the Retro Cartoon Rewatch with Damien G and Hokage22, brought to you in part by Big Gold Belt Media, your one-stop shop for all things entertainment. Quick cheap plug, going over to Big Gold Belt's YouTube page. My latest review for season 1 of the Amazon Prime show. I was going to call it Thunderbolt Safe. Even when you have notes, it's still Motorheads season 1 review, non-spoiler, up on Big Gold Belt's YouTube page. I don't know why I said Thunderbolts when it literally says Motorheads right there, but I guess I have Thunderbolts on the brain. So we're still continuing our foray into Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Even though there has been much, I guess today, confusion regarding what episode we really were up to, we figured it out, and we are up to episode 40, leaving you off where Vegeta broke his arm and was hanging on by a thread. And this is the episode that Krillin starts to get lucky, or at the very least, we think he's going to get lucky. Because if we go back to Toriyama Sensei and saying, dude, the way you brought this together, one measly kiss, and Krillin is sprung. Like, that's it, man. That's the end all be all. And for her, too, it's like, oh, he's cute. That's the only conversation they had the entire rest of the series, except for 10 more seconds on the lookout. And spoilers, they get, Wade, I know you're there. I'll get to you in a second. They get married. So we start to see the beginnings of the Krill Master, which the creators did mention, and you brought this up before too. This is where Krillin really starts to change personality-wise. They look to make him more likable as opposed to sarcastic douche Krillin. And yes, hello, Wade. Good to see you. You know what time it's here somewhere. It is. I like to reset for those that don't know. Wade is a permanent part of the furniture here at the Retro Cartoon Rewatch, where he runs in, does a dad joke or two, makes random commentary, and runs right back out, as only Wade tends to do. So, while we wait for Wade's dad joke, give me your feedback so far on everything we've covered up to this point and going into episode 40.
I absolutely love the writing for season 3 because we are at the point where everybody is on there. It's like they are bringing their A game whenever it comes to writing, voice acting, animating, editing. Like everything is like full steam ahead.
Right.
And I'm absolutely loving it. Even though, like I said, I partially love season 2 just because I don't know why. I just like the...
You just like
it. Yeah, I just like it. But season 3 is the best writing for Team 4-Star, period. So I'm enjoying seeing all this. And the introductions to androids 16, 17, and 18 is some of the best stuff in the show until we get to Cell.
Wow, high praise. Okay, some of the best stuff until we get to everyone's favorite Bugman. And we'll get to Taka.
You have aggressive feelings towards him.
We'll get there. I don't even want to bring it up now. I don't want to ruin the stream now. And I don't know the person. I don't know him personally, but I have seen enough of his work and then the real him in creator commentaries. I would strangle him. If I had to work with him, I would strangle him, because you and I have ADHD. You and I are on the spectrum.
Well, okay. I have not been diagnosed, but
I have.
Yeah, I know you have, but I know I sometimes have not symptoms, but traits of having ADHD and possible autism. But I understand some of those I don't want to call
Traits.
them. Yeah, traits. That's a better word. That's the one that I couldn't think of.
Yeah, traits is
But
the better way to describe that.
yeah, but seeing Takahata, where his ADHD is on like 11, I can see
While
why.
drinking coffee.
Yes, while drinking coffee, I can see why you would not want to work with him.
I would choke him. Like literally, you know me well enough to know. Like Wade too. You both know me well enough that there are people out there that they may be cool as shit, but they'll say or do the wrong thing, and I just want to choke the shit out of them, and not in a hot way. Okay, just say. All right, Wade, dropping jokes here. How do you get in touch with an android? Watch it be something about cell.
You have to get a cell phone.
Yeah, you have to have cell service. Yes, you need a cell phone. You need cell service.
Please tell me that's it.
I'm 99% sure that's what it's going to be. 99% sure it's going to be some sort of cell joke. See, we're right. You need cell service.
That's
right.
awesome.
Called it.
It's
Called
always fun that we know what the joke is going to be, and even when he does tell it, it's still funny.
Also, I love how Wade's version of a win is the fact that we smile and laugh. He's like, I won. Okay.
Well, he's always going to win whenever I'm in the room because I smile at everything.
Yes. But without further ado, we will give you episode 40. Yes, he did. Yes, bro, you did win. Episode 40 of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Krillin, get some. Come on. It was working. Oh, it's I was like, wait, what happened? Oh no, it's been silenced.
Looking a bit dicey, but holy crap!
Hold on.
Holy crap! Okay, things are looking a bit dicey, but okay, Trunks can handle this. I mean, that sword could brace on top. Oh no!
Hey, Bright Eyes!
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure that was also the same reaction.
They fuck.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure even like actual fans watching the show, seeing that happen, everybody just shit their pants like, oh shit.
Okay, we need a plan. We need to run away! Oh my god!
What did I tell them?
You can at least like give them credit for at least trying. But
no.
It just so happens that they're severely underprepared.
So if you can explain to me in one sentence why you thought this was a good idea.
Thank you. Why was this a good idea? Trunks jumped in because that's his dad. Okay, I understand that part. But all they did was knock Trunks out. They didn't kill him. And then here comes Piccolo and Tien like, we're in there. One shot and choked out.
I might just let you go. Yeah, see, I don't get it either.
If you think breaking my arm was enough to defeat me, Android, I'll show you how wrong you can go!
Okay, seriously, what did Vegeta think he was going to do here with a broken arm?
He was gonna do his damnedest, but it wasn't gonna amount to anything. Just give a good old
woman, would you let me finish it?
That's about it.
See? This shit right here? This is why we don't group up. I'm just gonna do what we usually do and wait for Goku. Quack.
Question mark.
The space duck.
Yes.
The majestic space duck.
Hello, bird. What is your name? Toriyama.
Toriyama.
I would love to see your dinosaur. It does what?
I don't get that joke.
So
It's
that
explained in the creator commentaries. I just don't get the joke.
so it's a joke if we watch the Cooler movie, where whenever Goku turns Super Saiyan, he resurrects that same bird, and whenever he resurrects it, he says, "Go Toriyama."
Yes, I
and
remember
teach
that
a
part.
Yeah, he says, "And teach a dinosaur to ride a ball," which is a reference to Chala Head Chala, the actual lyrics. Like, if you listen to the English version of Chala Head Chala, there the line teaching a dinosaur to ride a ball is a part of the song. So that's why that joke's there. But that bird joke is if you watch the Cooler movie, and that joke sets up this one with 16.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Because I do remember the Toriyama and the bird named Toriyama that dies for all intents and purposes. And Goku brings it back to life by giving it some of its energy. And that's the joke of go teach a dragon how to ride a ball. Pause.
Nothing's on screen, Damien.
Hey, you okay?
Say what?
The video's not on screen. We're getting audio, but we're not seeing it.
Yeah. There you go.
Down there?
Yeah. Yeah, what did I miss?
Well, both the Saiyans are down. One of the bald guys is getting choked out, and the other one is quacking.
All right, I've got
Space
this.
Whoa, no, you don't.
You want to?
I'm Nail. I am nailing the situation. No, you don't.
The fuck you mean you've got this?
The hell you don't got this. Fuck you mean? You do not, sir. Do not.
Bet not really. All right, so what do I win?
Hello?
Hello?
No surprise! Why do I yell things?
Logical.
Good question. This is a good question.
Logical
though.
statement. Why does he yell things?
Because he's arrogant. That's it.
Why does anyone yell things in fighting games? No, but okay, this is when we boil it too granular, kids. So bear with me here. Why? Oh, why? When you're using a special technique, do you have to say, and it's referenced in Team 4-Star, that you have to say the words of the special move? For instance, I know Dragon Ball came out before Street Fighter, but Hadouken, Shoryuken, Tatsumaki Senpukyak, Tiger Uppercut, Tiger Knee. At least Claw and Boxer don't announce their attacks. They just make noises. Woo, woo. So
From an anime and cartoon standpoint, it's to help charge up and give more impact. But from a marketing standpoint, it's supposed to get people talking about the show and the moves, and then sell the merchandise of those characters doing said moves.
but Vegeta, yes. The question is, why do you even yell things? Why do you bother?
Hey, so who's got two broken?
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Take away her hair. Take away her hair. Give her black eyes or brown eyes. She's Krillin.
Yeah. Krillin with a nose.
Yes. Or it's just an indentation. It's just dirt. That could be no nose. This is literally Krillin.
So
Ugh.
why did they give her such a massive forehead? It doesn't look good.
Like, dude, like I shave my head, you know that. But I do have a hairline. It's not a 5 head. It's a forehead, a literal forehead from eyebrow to top of the head. But in her case, it's like a 7 head. Jesus Christ.
A total bitch.
You stupid bitch. You only broke one of my arms.
This guy.
Vegeta, I'm going to ask again. Why do you bother saying things?
Huh, that's cool. He can turn off the blonde.
Yeah, and unlike you, he doesn't need a bottle.
You're just mad because I wore it better.
If by wore it better, you mean people kept mistaking you for me.
I'm sorry, does that make me girlish or you mannish?
That's hilarious. You talk like he fights.
Why do I do things?
So I think you know this, but in the Kai, I believe Krillin yells out, I feel like we underprepared for this.
And Team 4-Star's version of Kai, yes. I don't know about the official
Yes.
version. But
No,
yeah,
in
this,
TFS Kai, yes, TFS Kai.
yeah.
Which
I feel like we underprepared for this.
which goes against what was said in previous episodes. I feel like we over prepared for this when they were fighting androids 19 and 20. Vegeta goes, does anyone feel like we overtrained for this?
No, Krillin says that, and then Vegeta says, no! and berates him for saying that.
Well, now you underprepared.
Yep.
Okay, now listen. I believe that if we were to come to blows, I would,
Sure.
come up short. No pun intended.
He's funny.
Roll it back, pint size. We're not gonna fight you. You're about as threatening as a cocker spaniel.
You bring up a
Pause.
fantastic
Damn.
point, so I shall continue to stand here and do nothing.
Sounds good. We're gonna go kill Goku.
Damn it, you can't kill Goku!
Yeah, pretty sure we can.
Okay, but you shouldn't!
He makes a fair point.
This is logical. It does just because you can doesn't mean you should.
It's like, yeah, we can do it, but it's not a good thing that you can do it, so you shouldn't do it. Trying to
Correct.
give reasons to. But 16's reasoning is the
But I
best.
insist
This is better logic.
we still kill Son Goku on the grounds that I want to.
Well, you heard the mandroid. Hands are tied.
If that's your answer, then I will be forced to stop you!
That's cute.
And that, my friends, is the most action Krillin has ever gotten up to this point of the story.
Even more than whenever he was with Marin in the filler episode.
Correct.
Cute. Have fun living to not fight another day.
The hell was that? You got a thing for dwarves now?
What if I do? Societal definitions of beauty are BS anyway.
Look, if this is about pissing off mom and dad, you could just date a black guy.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
right,
Dude.
they're dead.
Oh my god.
Wow! Oh man, I gotta tell everybody! But first, Dr. Sensubin!
I love that Krillin's
What the
first
hell
reaction
happened? I had like
to
15 of
whenever he
these.
gets a kiss from somebody. His immediate reaction is like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta tell the guys."
Every group has a guy like that, where they just need to tell you every little thing that they did with a person. This woman kissed me. She sucked my dick. She did all that. Like, bro.
Dog. I still have thoughts. I still think about this whenever. So, bit of story time. I think this happened about a year ago, where the three brain cells were gonna reunite at free play, and I got there early, and I'm wearing like my normal getup, except I'm wearing like a comfy looking sweatshirt. I'm just playing
Yeah.
one of the fighting games, and yeah, I'm telling this story. I'm playing one of the fighting games, and there's this couple playing skee ball, and I'm not paying any attention to them, but I can see out of my peripheral vision that the girl is like specifically standing in a certain way that's showing off her figure, but not in a very like obvious way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm paying no mind. I'm just playing one of the fighting games. Then she moves to the other side, to make eye contact with me or just like try to, I'm
Right.
like, not gonna do anything. You're with your mans. I'm just gonna play this game. Then you show up, Damien, and we just hang out, start ranting, bullshitting, just being ourselves. We're at a booth. We're just having a conversation. Then that same couple moves over to one of the tables that's on the far side of where we're sitting, but the girl is still looking directly in our direction.
Mm-hmm.
We're still talking. Then the guy gets up and goes to the bathroom. We're still talking. She moves up, walks up to me, and just looks at me and says, "Hey, I just want to say I really liked your hoodie." I was wearing a sweatshirt, not a hoodie. It was very obvious that it was not a hoodie.
And it was one of the most basic sweaters of all. Like, it was just a sweater, nothing fancy, nothing major.
I was like, "Oh, thank you. I really like it. It's very comfy." It's like, "Yeah, I really like it." Then walks off back to the table, sits down. We have our conversation, and she is staring daggers into me.
Still staring at you, uncontrollably, while her man's is in the bathroom.
Yes, and then whenever he comes back, she's still looking at me.
You know that's the second time that's happened to you, right?
What
was the first time? What was the first time? Let's see if you remember.
I don't.
The one couple where the girl for like,
I think that was before I actually got the nickname Hokage. That was whenever I still had the other nickname that Sarah gave me.
Bro, that was like what, 3 months of us just kind of looking at her and saying, "Why don't you just talk to him? Stop staring at him while your
It's like,
man
are
is
you
there."
into us or are you just enjoying the view?
Yeah,
What's going on?
3 months of just
Yeah.
go hang with you. And this is how we knew, y'all. This is how we knew something was up, because we went to different locations and it still happened.
Yep.
It wasn't just one specific place. It was multiple places where we would run into these people, and the girlfriend would still be staring a hole through Shane. And remember what I said that day? I said, I'm just going to go up to him and be like, "Yo, you want to holler at my boy? Like, what's going on?" I got annoyed by it because it's disrespectful to the mans and thems, but you over here staring at another dude while you're out with your man. So you have an interesting little dynamic with things like that where they fixate on you.
I don't know what's so interesting about this. Like, I understand that I'm not calling myself ugly. Like, I know I'm attractive, but what about this says I want that?
Stare at me. Stare at me while your man is in the bathroom. Stare at me.
But to kind of bring this whole conversation back around, I am that type of person where if something happens to me, I gotta tell the guys. Be like, "Yo, this shit just happened to me like a few hours ago. Listen, like, fucking story time with me." I'm that type of person.
Yeah. No matter how ridiculous, no matter how asinine, you just have to share it.
Oh, that should be enough. Man, they are not gonna believe this.
I don't believe you.
I can't believe you.
I don't care. Dang it.
See, Piccolo's the one person like me. I don't care. I don't care.
I mean, he doesn't.
What about you, Vegeta? See? He believes me. And he...
Say what?
I was just talking about how Piccolo absolutely does not care because that shit doesn't apply to him. He's a Namekian. He's asexual.
He's asexual.
He absolutely does not care.
Correct.
For good reasons.
He's jealous.
Damn it, not again!
Trunks.
Huh?
Just give it up.
Ugh. Mom said that he was stubborn, but this is just asinine.
Yeah, but at least he's not trying to kill us all again.
He tried to what?
Jesus,
What
future
the
Bulma,
shit?
what the shit?
Not to belabor a point, but we just got crushed. They were way stronger than any of us could have prepared for.
Yeah, and somehow they're even stronger than in my time.
What?
Are you kidding?
Jesus, Future Trunks, what the shit?
Fantastic. So even with 2 Super Saiyans.
We're all just the north side of useless.
Well, if Super Saiyans won't cut it, then maybe what we need is a Super Namekian?
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Too bad those don't exist, huh? Hey, Piccolo, right? Super Namekian!
Oh, my other me! Shut up!
Oh, my other me. I love that line. Oh, my other me.
They re-
Which,
they
if you don't
find
know,
create-
Kami,
they find
i.e., God.
yeah. They find other creative ways to say "Oh my God" in this series, and it's good.
You can all kiss the greenest part of my ass!
There are greener parts of his ass?
Wait, where is he going?
Looks like he's flying up to Kami's. Or whatever else is in that direction. Could be a lot of things.
Wait, so I'm confused. Is it Kame House or Kami House?
No, listen.
So this is valuable. This is true. Because if you're new to Dragon Ball, you don't know the difference. There's Kame and Kami. One's God, the other's a turtle.
Kame House is the place with the turtle.
So, gonna tell me what that was all about?
Look, you might be getting a new roommate.
Do I have to move the pool table?
When did you get a...
Almost fell for
I almost fell for that.
fell for
Fell
what?
for what?
Quick
I
question.
love Nail's little snide commentaries. Go ahead.
How the fuck did he actually get a pool table in Piccolo's mind? Like, we know they can play like online video games because he played Minesweeper, but how the fuck does he have an actual pool table in his mind?
Well, I think that answers it. It's constructed in the mind. So if you can perceive it in the mind, you can have it in reality. That's what the phrasing is, right? So it's the subconscious pool table.
Now I just want to see what the room setup is in Piccolo's mind whenever
I would love to have seen that.
Nail and Kami are just like chilling.
Oh my God. I want a series of Nail and Kami living together in Piccolo's brain.
I can absolutely see them having like a massive screen TV, and that's Piccolo's point of view.
Yeah.
And they have like a massive couch, or if not a massive couch, they have what Joey and Chandler had in Friends, the super recliner seats.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they have the pool table. They don't have to have a computer because they just have to use their antennae. And maybe some like other like physical games, like foosball or some shit.
Okay, so we're not going literal because we find out in Dragon Ball Super, Piccolo literally finally has a house, and all he needs is a throne. That's it.
That's all he needs.
Just a throne and plushies for some reason.
I'm pretty sure that was just from Gohan and Videl.
I know, but it's funny to see the former Demon King Piccolo have 40 plushies.
And whenever he gets video calls, he doesn't hold the phone like this. He holds it like this.
Yeah. Like he doesn't know how to use it. Like, what newfangled thing is this? Oh, the Briefs family.
Hi, Mom. Oh, Bulma. If it isn't my beautiful daughter, Anne.
By the way, did you realize I just caught it. Did you realize that the music they used for Mrs. Briefs was old school 1960s, 70s sitcom, family sitcom music?
Yeah, I caught that.
Because it's very 1960s. She's just a housewife who just happens to look good. And we've later find out that Dr. Briefs may or may not be growing them in the basement, but that's besides the point.
But the idea is that her character is very dated.
Dumb?
Not dumb. I don't want to say that. It's just dated. She's in a different century.
My even more beautiful grandson. Oh, and Gohan. Long time no see. And,
They're Gohan like, oh shucks,
Like,
I'm
"Aw,
Gohan.
everyone likes me."
I'm not sure I'm familiar.
I am Yajirobe, and I
Yeah.
am here for your pantry.
I see. Honey, we have a food stamper.
Tell him I have a gun because I pay taxes.
Challenge accepted.
So Gohan, would you like to come in for some cake and tea? And those little hard candies no one ever actually eats?
No, I kind of have to go make sure my dad's not dead.
Okay, well, you have fun.
Hey, Mom, why do you never seem to age?
What is Trunks looking at here? What is
He's
Trunks
just
looking
stare-
at? Boobs?
No, he's not staring at boobs because he's not tilted towards his mom. He's just staring at the ground.
Whatever's over here. Yeah, he's just staring at whatever's over here. See, now because we brought these up numerous times, I'm now interested to see what the background characters are doing. How they're animated, what are they looking at? Do they have a weird face? Like when we saw that Gohan had no eyes for some reason in the background.
Just the weirdest animations.
Oh, your father won't let me.
Hey, Piccolo, have you seen Yajirobe? He hasn't called or texted! Oh, damn it.
Hey, instantly got the fit
Hey,
back.
Mr. Popo.
Say what?
So whenever Piccolo shows up to the lookout, he's wearing his normal gi, but whenever he shows up, he instantly like gets the cape and
He has to
do-rag
aura
back.
farm.
Yeah.
Correct. Like he does look, he's flying, but the minute he steps foot on the lookout, he's got an aura farm for everybody. Look. We see the fit Piccolo.
Hey, Mr. Popo.
Hello, young Kami.
Ah, hello, Piccolo. Good to see you again.
Cut the crap, Kami. You know what I'm here for.
Well, that didn't last long.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Don't mind him. He just got through dropping a gallon of LSD.
A gallon?
A literal gallon. Out of a milk jug. I don't even know where he got it from. He never leaves the...
Kami, I need you to tell me that I can leave the lookout if I want to.
Mr. Popo, you may leave the lookout if you wish.
Bitch, don't tell me what to do.
All these squares make a circle.
Quite. As you were saying,
I'm here for your body.
Could at least take him out to dinner first.
First, we don't eat. Second, shut up.
and what makes you think that I'm just going to give it up that easy?
Because if you were half the guardian of this dirtball that you should be, then you'd know that we don't have any time to waste.
It is true. A great evil has risen.
And this is one of the best lines randomly thrown out there that tips the scale. And it's so throwaway, it can be considered throwaway, but in reality, it's, and I'll explain, and you know the reason why, but I'll explain to the audience. Just listen carefully, guys.
Unlike anything this planet has ever seen before.
And you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly how dangerous these androids are.
Am I the only one who just noticed a huge tone shift here?
Let's go back.
Anything this planet, it is true. A great evil has risen.
Have any time to waste.
It is
The
true.
music changes first off.
A great evil has
It's
risen.
foreboding.
Unlike anything this
It's
planet has
cloudy on the lookout for some reason.
ever seen before.
And you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly how dangerous these androids are.
Am I the only one who just noticed a huge tone shift here?
So, you want to explain it?
So this is huge foreshadowing for what I like to call season 3.5, because after we get this tone shift, it's foreshadowing for what's to come. And we kind of spoiled it earlier with Cell, because as of now, we've only just been dealing with androids. And even though, yeah, they're pretty fucking powerful and they're wanting to kill Goku, they're not evil. They're just innocent kids just having fun, knowing that they can like blow shit up and nobody's gonna stop them. But with Kami, the Guardian of Earth being nervous as fuck, saying that there is a evil rising, and the whole fucking world is in like turmoil right now. Like it's dark and like very sinister.
Mhm.
It's great foreshadowing, and like you said and what Nail said, is a huge tone shift.
And the thing, and to add on to that, canonically, when Toriyama was writing these chapters, this is the part where the editors got involved again to tell him that even though he changed the androids from the doughboy and the old man to the two roughhousing kids, to the point where the animators, the editors were saying, hey, they don't look threatening enough either. So this is where the tone shift happens, because this is due to, thankfully, it was a good idea, meddling of the editors. So that's why you'll see the 180 that happens, where we're just like, weren't we afraid of the androids, and now something worse is coming out of nowhere?
Literally out of nowhere. And
that's
even before this, we technically kind of get a bit of a like a little like not spoiler, like a tease, where whenever the androids 17 and 18 are resurrected and they're trying to boot up 16, it's like they ask, is this your secret project? And Dr. Zero says, no, he's in the basement. I mean, so we get a little tease.
I mean, yes.
But this is like the biggest like foreshadowing tone shift that we get in the entire series. And it is
correct.
Very well directed. Props to Team 4-Star for this.
Yeah, because up to this point, you're right. Because up to this point, we've had everything kind of just happen, in sequential order. Saiyans, Raditz, training, Saiyans, training, Namek, Ginyu Force, Frieza, Super Saiyan, Super Frieza. We fast forward to the beginning of this saga. Frieza, Trunks, training, the first androids.
Heart attack.
Heart attack. The second androids. Kill the first android, Dr. Gero. It's all been sequential. But when you get to this point, there's no hint of anything. This literally comes out of left field. And that's why I love the fact that they made Nail notice it and make a reference of it to say, did anyone ever notice the tone shift here? Because it changed because of the editors.
Waste. It is true. A great
it got really dreary just now.
Evil has risen. Unlike anything this planet has ever seen before.
And you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly how dangerous these androids are.
Am I the only one who just noticed a huge tone shift here?
The androids are a threat, yes. But they are paltry to what I fear comes next.
God, that's just such a good setup.
Well, that's fucking ominous.
Did you hear Popo? That's fucking ominous. Oh, and for those that don't know, if you haven't figured it out by now, Korin and Yajirobe are a couple.
Mm-hmm. Voiced by the same person.
Hey, Korin. Oh my God, where are you? Where have you been? Why haven't you called?
I'm at Boomer Space, and I haven't called because my cell phone has been destroyed.
What happened to your cell phone?
It was blown up with a car.
What happened to the pussy wagon?
It was blown up.
By who?
By Dr. Gero.
Who the hell?
Who the hell is Dr. Gero?
I don't know, some scientist.
Well, did you get his information?
Well, he didn't exactly hit me with a car, okay?
Jesus Christ. Look, all right, just come home.
You're mad.
I'm not mad, I'm just concerned. Now come home.
Yeah, I need you to pick me up.
I'll see what I can do.
I love you.
I love you too.
Which,
You got one
even
more
though
in
it's
you?
yeah, I got one more me, but I love that one-off joke just because it's just Kaiser just talking to himself as two different characters, just bickering. It's really well done.
He plays Yajirobe?
Yeah. He voices Korin, Yajirobe, Birder,
Come
and
on.
King Kai.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go to the background.
Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT are all owned by Funimation, Toei Animation, Fuji TV, and Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release.
The screen is so small. What happened? All right. Well, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, so I guess I can do a small, quick reset while Damien fixes a few things. So, for those who are joining in, welcome. This is the Retro Cartoon Rewatch with your main host, Damien G, with me, your co-host, Hokage22. We are still doing our huge, long trek of watching Dragon Ball Z Abridged because Damien and I love talking about this show. We love the jokes because we quote this show in our personal life, both whenever we're just by ourselves and whenever, of course, whenever we're hanging out. So we're just having fun with this. We recently just watched the last episode, episode 40, where the androids kick everybody's ass and then go do their own thing. And then we get the huge tone shift from like trying to fight the androids to the foreshadowing with Stell, which was really well directed, really well animated. Like everything about that scene was spectacular. But again, okay. I am not caught up on the Doomsday stuff, other than I just heard that it got pushed back to December 26th, like sometime in December for next year. It's kind of warranted considering that Marvel has done this multiple times. Granted, most movie studio or not movie studios, just most movie companies and big like grand movies like this tend to get pushed back, and it's almost what's the term? I can't think of a good term, but it's basically expected at this point where we get like a big grand movie coming out soon that's going to be a blockbuster hit or even bigger than that, and they get a set date and then they got to push it back due to either scheduling conflicts, financial stuff, or just some other crisis that we aren't aware of. I think the biggest example outside of Doomsday right now is Spider-Verse. We were supposed to get that, I think, either this year or at the end of last year. Now we're not even going to get it until maybe the end of this year or even next year. So while I have my gripes about that kind of stuff, unless it's supposed to be for like rewriting the scripts or whatever, I think it's fine. Like for Doomsday, take as much time as you need. But for Spider-Verse, it's been a few years. Like, release the goddamn movie already. But I know with Spider-Verse, it's a bit different with the whole Shamik Moore situation. So I don't know. Speaking of movies, I don't know if we're gonna talk about it today or maybe tomorrow or whenever Damien and I stream again. But as we previously mentioned on these streams, that I got an early screening to go see Mission Impossible. Damien's gonna go see it, or I think he has seen it. I don't remember whenever he said he got his screening. But the movie has come out for early screenings today, and of course, the official like release date is tomorrow. I have mixed feelings about the movie. I don't want to spoil it just in case other people who are tuned in have seen it, but oh my god.
So I
It-
overheard what you were saying.
Yes.
Yeah, Doomsday gets pushed back to December. You're right. Spider-Man 4 comes out first now, apparently.
Okay.
And I don't really mind the put. Well, aside from my mortality, I don't really mind that they're pushing the release date because they just started filming Doomsday. They just started.
Which is odd that they just started and then they pushed it back. But do we know why? Like movies in general, whenever they get a release date and then they have to make an announcement saying that they have to push back. Because I would assume it's just because there's scheduling conflicts or like they have to rewrite and reschedule everything else. I don't know what the main thing is.
What dude that snuck on the set?
Did somebody sneak on set for Doomsday and try to get leaks?
I wouldn't be surprised. And
mean-
yes, to talk about. Oh yeah, Wade said yes. Somebody tried to sneak on and drop leaks.
Ooh. Oh, damn. Okay.
So
if that's the reason, then I can understand why. But still.
And put it on TikTok.
Oh, oh, I hate people like that. I hate people like that.
Oh, I was gonna say, did he catch any good footage? Because
I mean,
all
I
I
haven't
know
seen shit.
so far, what I know is what was said by Alan Cunning, the guy who's gonna come back and play Nightcrawler. He gave away that he has a fight scene with Pedro Pascal.
Okay, I mean,
Nightcrawler is gonna fight Mr. Fantastic during Doomsday.
That's not surprising considering that we're going to get everybody on the big screen. So it's not going to be like far-fetched to see a few people fighting on the same team.
Right. Right. And if you're going over this, I don't like to publicize other programs, the other channels that aren't mine or Big Gold. But if you go on over to Screen Crush, they have a whole thing as to what they believe we're leading toward. And apparently, part of Doomsday or Secret Wars will be a small version of X-Men versus Avengers.
Listen, I love talking about fan theories and just like theories of what we could expect in the movies. But if you have that type of platform, like it would be fun just to say like we're just speculating, this is not official, this is just like us nerds theorizing what could come for this upcoming movie and the plot. That's fine because that shit's fun. That's the type of shit that you and I do in our spare time. But if you have a platform and you're saying this is what could possibly lead up to in the next Doomsday movie, you have people believing that that's going to be fact, and then you're setting them up for this expectation.
For failure.
Yeah, you're setting them up for failure, and then you're going to have a bunch of angry nerds say, well, this YouTube channel said that they were going to do this. Ooh.
Okay, he filmed and he went past our trailers and the live action debut of Miles Morales, maybe. I will say this. If you've read the original Secret War comic, the second one, not the first, because there's two actually. They're going off the second one. Miles Morales is an integral part of Secret Wars 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Integral part. Him and Peter. So I would not be surprised if they find a way to sneak in a Miles Morales where we don't even expect it.
Yeah.
Which would probably explain another reason why we don't get Miles Morales Spider-Verse. Because if they're planning to put him in live action.
I don't know about that. So the reason why we're getting on a completely different side tangent, but I'm gonna try to wrap this up. The reason why the Spider-Verse movies haven't released yet is because one, they're trying to make sure that
Because Shamik was an asshole.
Well, yeah, that's the other one. But they're also just trying to make sure that the animation and shit is really good. But the main reason is yes, because Shamik Moore is a fucking weirdo.
No comment. I have plenty of comments, but not on this show. Also, quick, since we both saw Mission Impossible, I'll give my quick little 30-second spiel. And we both agree. Popcorn movie, turn your brain off,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot of ridiculous action. But the plot's convoluted.
Absolutely.
And some of the stunts, nah, son. We're bordering on Fast and Furious levels of ridiculousness.
Very much so.
Yeah. And I brought this up on another podcast I was on. I said, I want to know what Tom Cruise's top speed is. Because if he's running and he thinks he can cover all that ground, I would love to see him run a 40-yard dash and get timed. Because that man was wearing dress shoes.
Dude just likes this full sprint in a tuxedo and dress shoes just to look impressive. Because
correct.
He has an ego the size of Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Let's get back to the androids.
Seriously, can we speed this up? It's cold as tits up here.
You know, maybe if you stopped whining and helped me look, we'd... Oh, look, there's one. Actually, second thought, we don't have to steal the first one we see.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't hear you over your welching.
Ugh, whatever.
So, Jones, how's the wife and kids?
Still dead, Chuck. Been 4 months.
Oh, I am terrible at small talk.
Yes, you are.
That is the most relatable
Hold the
thing.
phone. No. Really? It's relatable that he killed his wife and kid?
No, not that. The relatable thing is that I am terrible at small talk.
Yeah, me too. Me too. By the way, I'm eating my cheese balls, so I still have half the container left.
God damn. Okay, for those who don't know, Damon has a subscription to Sam's Club. Or no, yeah, it was Sam's Club. And he decided to say, you know what? I'm an adult. I got adult money. I'm going to buy shit in bulk. One of the things that he bought was an actual container, like almost like a barrel size of cheese balls. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Along with
by the way, the cereals that I was telling you about,
yeah,
Golden Grams are done. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is done.
Damn. So all you have left is Tricks and which other
Lucky
one?
Charms.
Lucky Charms.
And I've lost weight. I've still lost weight.
Make that shit make sense. You eat like a fucking 12-year-old and still lose
Correct.
weight.
Well, because I lift heavy. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah. And mostly everything I eat, is protein except for cereal and cheese puffs.
And sourdough bread. Yes, I'm gonna harp on that for a little bit because I still find that a little bit hilarious.
Oh, that's gone. That's done. That's been done.
Damn.
Whole loaf done by Wednesday.
Fair enough.
Whole loaf. Anyway, enough about my fat ass.
Huh. Lucky Foods. Kind of ironic. Taking the van. No, buddy, we're gonna drive it.
Oh. Sorry.
It's cool. Now you have a place to sit.
Affirmative. Shotgun.
Not quite what that means, but hey, keep trying, man.
I love that 16 is just doing his best.
Bitchin'. Next stop, Casa de Goku.
How about no? New clothes first, Goku's casa second.
Women. Am I right, 16?
Confirmed. She is female.
She is female.
She is.
So really quick,
Mm-hmm.
I like, and this was brought up during the creator commentaries. The friendship that was formed between 16 and 17, where 17 just thinks everything 16 wants to do is cool. It's like, all right, he's so supportive. He's like, yeah, you want to kill Goku? Cool, we'll go with you. You want to study birds? Just focus on your birds, buddy.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm trying to think of like the dynamic that they have. Like, obviously, 16 is supposed to be like 17 and 18's like moral grounding, so they aren't like super psycho killers. But I'm trying to remember like the dynamic, like a relatable dynamic that they have. I see it more of just 17 and 18 are like the older siblings, and 16 is the younger sibling, and they're just very encouraging. Like, oh, you like this stuff? Good for you, man. You want to go do this? All right, we'll join you. We'll have fun with you. I think that's the type of dynamic that they have, and it's fun. And they're seeing him grow into his own person.
I think you hit the nail on the head, because there's no mention of Android 16 in Trunks' timeline. So you might be onto something with the fact that he humanized them a little bit, to the point where
he absolutely did, because in this, I'm kind of stealing what they said in the creator's commentary, where in this version, they are androids 17 and 18, and Trunks' timeline, they are cyborg 17 and 18, where they don't have a moral ground and they just kill for fun.
Correct.
You know, I should have brought this up earlier, but we should
up here, so I'm a little out of the loop. What happened to Goku?
Oh, he didn't take his medicine. Grape flavored. Go figure.
Yeah. Go figure.
Go figure.
Actually, I really need to go pick up Chaozu. Left him over at Kame house.
So, how do you like my chashu ramen?
Well, that is frickin' tasty. What's in this?
A little bit of sake, soy sauce, bean sprouts,
I'm delicious.
How old are you?
First off, the reason why Chaozu has that little embarrassed face is because he mentions that it's sake in the broth, so he's probably drunk. Secondarily, I love the fact that Ulan is now a cannibal, but he says, I am delicious. And thirdly, Roshi asking the really important questions here, which we've even brought up. How old are you?
Oh, real quick, just small tidbit. We had not mentioned this at all. So originally from seasons 1 and a little bit through 2, Master Roshi was voiced by Masako X, where he was the one who delivered the line, Kame House, where the beaches are fine and the bitches are finer. But during the Cell Saga, specifically, actually, God, I can't talk. The actual switch was during the filler episode with Marin, where Master Roshi is now voiced by Lanny. That's why he sounds like a prospector, and he has that old man laugh.
That's a good description. He sounds like a prospector. I wouldn't even have made that connection, but good on that, because that's true. That's exactly what he is. How old are you?
So I'm gonna go grab him before things get
weird.
Later,
Tian!
I can never read that guy.
That's a running gag.
Wait, before we go in, I wanted to ask. You ever think that Android 18 is kind of cute?
I'm gonna kill you.
No.
All right then, dibs, by the way.
Okay, so this scene it seems as if it doesn't make sense. Because why would he just randomly stop him to ask before going into Chi-Chi's house, Goku's house? So canonically, they're talking about Chi-Chi and warning Trunks about Chi-Chi that she can be a little intense.
Yes.
And not to mention Gohan or the dangerous androids don't like to keep your mouth shut. So when the door opens, Krillin catches a big face full of door. So they just added this in because they didn't want to do the whole warning Trunks about Chi-Chi.
A quick warning. Be super nice
See,
to
now
Goku's
now
wife.
they
Give me a
mention it.
total.
Oh, it's you.
I walked in
Fine,
that
I
one.
pretty much
What
asked for
is
that one.
Trunks' face in that shot?
Huh? Hey guys, how it is? Oh, Yamcha, right? How's it? Hey, I mean, how you doing?
Oh, you know, hanging in there.
So what happened? Did Vegeta clean up the?
So my question would be, let's go back.
Oh, Yamcha, right? How's it? Hey,
Why would Krillin be surprised? He doesn't know that Yamcha kills himself in an alternate timeline.
Yeah, I don't know. Because nobody ever mentions how Yamcha dies. The only time that they ever get warned about their deaths is whenever Trunks comes back to the future or to the past and warns them about this stuff. And then Piccolo and Goku
Well,
just
canonically, he
relay
does
everything.
die in the Battle of the Androids.
Well, yes, but I'm saying
Canonically,
in
he
this
does
timeline,
die. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm just saying in this timeline, nobody ever talks about Yamcha's death. They just say, we all die if we don't train to fight these androids.
Right.
So that is
Only
a good question.
Goku and Piccolo know. You're right. Only Goku and Piccolo know that Yamcha hangs himself. So again, my question still stands. Why is Krillin surprised when Trunks makes the joke about how's it hanging?
No clue.
How you doing?
Oh, you know, hanging in there.
See?
So what happened?
Did Vegeta clean up the android?
Oh, real quick. Wait, if you're still here, next Saturday, just so you know, I'm bringing Shane to his first wrestling show.
I can't wait.
We're taking him to a shindy, about maybe 20 minutes north of here, where if you're still here and you follow Tokyo Joshi Pro, Miyu Yamashita is actually coming from Japan to wrestle at this shindy. So Hokage will be going to his first wrestling show.
I can't wait. And after that happens, we will still probably just do the regular stream. But I would love to just, after we go to that shindy, I would love to just get my first time experience of that.
Of course.
When we get back.
Yeah.
Not quite. Turns out there were 3 more. Vegeta got his arms broken. They beat everyone up. Piccolo flipped out, and I got kissed by the cute one.
The clown?
No. There's a girl now.
I don't believe you.
You know, we should probably continue this conversation after we've moved Goku.
Move Goku? But he finally stopped screaming. Okay, well, he's petering out.
We'll take him to Kame House. They'll never look for him there.
That is literally the second place they'll look.
Look, we're short on time and options. And who knows what those dastardly androids are doing.
Wow, you actually pulled over.
No. This is gonna be great. Shut up.
You too! This vehicle has been reported as stolen! You are under arrest!
Sir, I have checked the vehicle and I have identified another male. And he is f***ing big.
You cannot sit in the back.
I don't know why. I just love that delivery. And he is fucking big.
Do we have any bigger, stronger cuffs?
Yeah, they're in the car.
All right, I take it back. This is fun.
So where's Vegeta during all this anyway?
Oh, I'm
Also, canonically, why didn't they take him to the lookout?
I was actually going to try to bring this up somehow. To be like, if you were in this situation, where would you hide Goku? I would want to hide him at Kame
The lookout.
House. Yeah. Or not Kame House. The lookout, yes. Not at Kame's lookout. Not the one
Not
with the
Kame
turtle.
House.
Because nobody knows.
Because no one knows. Exactly. Nobody knows. The androids would the cyborgs would never follow him.
And then the only other place that I could think of that would be close to, if like Kami's Lookout was not an option, the only other place I could think of would be Corrin's Tower, because nobody else knows about where that place is.
Correct. So they had options, and also Krillin knows about the Lookout. Yamcha knows about the Lookout. They know about Corrin's Tower. They climbed it all the way back in the Saiyan Saga. So why Kame House?
And then another thing, this is just another like side rant, but if they chose to go to Kami's Lookout, why wouldn't they just put Goku in the hypersonic lightsaber for even extra safekeeping?
I don't know if you could put a person there that's not training, because it'll be a year.
But then that'll give him more time to just recover.
I get your logic, but that's not the reason the room exists.
Fair enough. I'm just trying to like find some other ways to be like, okay, if we're trying to make sure that these guys don't kill Goku, like
Completely
what is like the best way that we can hide them?
Right. But the number one thing is to take him to the Lookout. But yet, Kame House. Why not?
The literal second place that they will look for him.
Somewhere. God damn it! Coping.
Shoot, you could have took him to the Brief's house.
That would be even a better place than Kame
They
House.
have a literal compound. They have a literal compound. Nobody knows where the Briefs family. I mean, they don't know that Goku would be there. They may know where they live, but they don't know Goku would be there. One of the last places they would look, if ever, the Lookout or the Briefs family compound.
Not to mention that even if they took them to the Briefs compound, they are living in the richest person's house that probably has like the highest amount of security.
Correct.
And if they could, they would probably find a way to create an impenetrable force field so that the androids can't get to them.
Can't get to them. See, this is why we think too hard about these things, man.
But no, let's go to Kame House.
Yeah, let's just go to Kame House because we're bored and we need a television.
Oh, good.
Oh, I swear I am never letting you get away from me again. We're gonna get that GPS tracking chip installed in your neck by the end of the week.
Little help?
Androids are coming. Gotta move your dad. Get on the ship.
Where are we going?
Kame House.
Isn't that literally the second place they'll look?
Less lip, more ship.
See, Gohan knows.
I'm here for Chaozu. We need to train.
But Tien, the doctor said if your shoulder's gonna be bigger.
That's why we don't see him
anymore.
Wait.
Safe to say, Tien works his shoulders out a little too much.
Just a tad. Just a little.
So you didn't beat the androids?
Well, they broke both of Vegeta's arms. So, you know, that was pretty fun. Otherwise, it was a total wash.
I can never read that guy.
Well, you heard the man. Pig, fetch my laptop. We're gonna buy us a submarine.
All right, but you're not allowed to name it after your junk.
If somebody buying it, I'm naming it.
We forget that Mr. Popo was coming off the acid trip.
Well, no, he's still on it. He's just super high.
Oh, just fuse already.
So, both arms, huh?
Both. She was beautiful with a capital B. I mean, brutal. Uncomfortably brutal. I wasn't distracted by her eyes.
So wait, Trunks?
Krillin is
I'm
just
curious.
absolutely
If you came back in time
smitten
again
with
to help
18.
us, does that mean we already
Hopeless.
failed?
Actually, turns out that's not how time travel works.
So you're saying I can't just take your time machine, go back in time, and tell myself not to date
Who that
Marin?
is?
I don't know who that is. But no, you couldn't. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't be the same you. You see, when I travel back to the past, I'm technically going to a different universe.
Oh, you mean multiverse theory?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Moving vision creates a branch in the timeline. Whenever you travel back in time, you're actually entering another parallel universe.
How could you possibly?
I've been studying theoretical physics. Although at this point, I guess it's
just
just physics.
Good.
Yeah.
Then if that's
Real
all
quick,
out of the way, we can
I want to
start
talk
your
about
review on
that
cellular
specifically
biology.
and how
Uh,
this affected me personally. So even before Marvel started doing or trying to introduce multiverse stuff,
Multiverse theory.
yeah, multiverse theory. This was my actual first interaction and just like exposure to the idea of multiverse theory. So the reason why I have some knowledge about it is because of Team 4-Star. So thank you,
Go
Team
fig.
4-Star, and thank you, Gilhan, for teaching me about multiverse theory.
By the way, listen up to what he says.
Good. Then if that's all out of the way, we can start your review on cellular biology.
Cellular biology.
but cells are boring.
Cells are boring.
Epic foreshadowing.
Planting the seed. And the books are green. Because it's cellular biology. Dun, dun, dun.
Dang.
I don't get it. If it doesn't affect your timeline, why even come back to ours and tell us anything in the first place?
Well, besides wanting to make at least one timeline without the world being destroyed, my mother didn't tell me until after I'd already done it once.
And then she tried to bang you. Oh, speak of the devil. It's
Oh my god, I
ringtone.
completely forgot about
What
this.
is that?
What is what?
This music.
The fact that
So-
country music doesn't exist in Trunks' universe?
Well, not just that, but the person singing the country music for this ringtone. Do you know who that is?
No.
So, officially, the voice actor's name is DJ Sexadillionaire. Unofficially, he is voiced by a person who is affiliated with certain princes and pickles, or certain people who go plus ultra. I'm trying to give hints that it is a voice actor that you and I both love, who is officially a voice actor in the Dragon Ball series. I can't
Why
say his name
Pickle?
because Piccolo.
Oh,
Pickles.
got it. Yep. Got it.
But he's the one singing the song.
That's funny.
Music.
You mean country music?
Oh. This is country music?
And it's Cat
You
Loves
don't have
Food.
country in the future?
No.
Yeah.
Shortly, what happened?
So someone want to get that? Kind of flying the plane.
Oh, fine. Krillin speak.
Shut up, I've got some important news.
Good or bad news?
It depends. Is Trunks there?
Is this a booty call?
Krillin!
Right behind me.
Hi, Mom.
Hey.
You missed me, Four Eyes! That was a warning shot, fat ass! Now put down the fridge! Viva la honey bang!
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, I just got the strangest call from some farmer in the countryside 50 miles out of Gingertown. Said he found one of our vehicles out there.
Wow, this is so interesting. Does it have anything to do with the androids we're fighting?
Shut up, and it might. I'm faxing over the picture he took.
You have a
You have
fax
a
machine?
fax machine?
What's a fax machine?
You see, that one makes sense.
Just shut up and show it to Trunks.
What? No, this can't be right. This is my time machine.
Maybe you misplaced it.
That's impossible. I put it away in its
Well.
capsule.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Here, just let me show you.
Wait, no! Oh, no! Oh, my God! It's on top of Goku! Put it back! Put it back! Put it back!
Oh, good. That's back.
And he's back.
Oh, good.
So I've been thinking about
Titties.
it. What do we do after we kill Goku?
Whatever the hell we want. Who's gonna stop us?
Not Goku.
Exactly. Speaking of which, 16, what's our ETA?
We are currently 2,540.
Oh my god.
Hey, come on, sis. It ain't so bad. Let's turn on our good old friend, the radio.
Oh, that is 10 pounds of nope in a 5-pound bag.
Right. Sorry. Forgot we were out in the sticks.
You know what? I think I know the first thing we're gonna do.
I love how they found a way just to completely destroy country music as a whole in the future. It's
Yep.
very funny.
Well, folks, we're about to take a left turn at Albuquerque because things are changing. That's what we'll say.
Yep.
But we will be back, if not this weekend, definitely next week, early next week. Just life. But
Yeah.
let me go through the rundown. Find me on social media, Damien G Show across the board. Covers Instagram, Twitter, which I'm more active on now, or X, whatever you want to call them. I'm more active on those now, especially on X. Find my other work over on Big Gold Belt Media, biggoldbelt.com. As one of the on-air hosts there, I have a plethora of reviews up there as well. So check out my work if you want to see some of the other things I'm doing. By the time we get done by this weekend, well, you know what? We already talked about it. Tom Cruise runs a lot. The end.
Yep.
So, what about you?
You can find me on socials at Instagram at Hokage.22 and Twitch at just Hokage22. I said previously that I'm trying to work on getting a Twitter, but because Twitter is just a fucking dumpster fire, don't expect it like 100%, but I'm trying to work on it just so you have another platform to reach out to me.
There you go. So we'll catch you next time on the rewatch. But just remember, just because you have an intellectual property does not mean you need to make it into something else than what it was. Except in this case, Dragon Ball Z Abridged is well worth the change. We'll catch you next time on the rewatch.